Welcome back to Canadian Guns.
Today we're taking a look at a rifle that sits firmly in the budget but capability category, the Winchester XPR. If you're looking for a lightweight, affordable hunting rifle that doesn't require you to sell a kidney to afford a decent optic, then this one might catch your eye. This rifle retails for around $539 US or roughly $799 Canadian, and that's without the scope. If you buy it with the one with the scope package, well then it's going to cost you a bit more. But honestly, that scope isn't worth writing home about. Think of it like the free headphones that come with your cell phone. Technically useful, but nobody's raving about it. Now, let's get the basics out of the way. This isn't the XPR Compact. This is the full-length version. The barrel's 22 inches long, the overall length is 42 inches, the length of pull is 13 3/4 inches, the drop at the comb is a ½ inch, and the drop at the heel is 3/4 of an inch. It comes drilled and tapped for a scope out of the box, which is exactly what you'd expect at this price. Now, chambering wise, there's a healthy lineup. It comes in 223 Remington, 6.5 Creedmoor, 7mm Remington Mag, 308 Win, 350 Legends, 6.5 PRC, 270 Win, and a few more. Weight-wise, it tips the scales right around 6 pounds, 12 ounces. In other words, it's light enough to carry through the bush all day without feeling like you're hauling a boat anchor, but heavy enough to soak up some recoil. Now, this has a 22-inch button rifle Sportster contoured deal barrel with a 1 1/8 twist, because this one's chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. And for this twist weight, I'd expect solid performance with 140s and 143 grain bullets, which are the kind of a sweet spot for the Creedmoor rifle in hunting scenarios. So how did it actually shoot? Let's take it out to the range and do some shooting. And don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button today. So we're back. We tested multiple factory loads. It wasn't a laser beam, to say the least, but it wasn't bad either, especially for a rifle at this price. So let's start with the Hornady 120 grain, grouped a 1 MOA grouping right off the bat. Not bad for a budget rifle. 1 MOA? Pfft, not bad at all. Hornady 140 grain ELD match, first 3-shot group, 1.12 MOA. Second group, after the barrel warmed up, stretched to 1.9 MOA. Federal 140 grain. It averaged right around 1.58 MOA. Federal 140 grain Sierra 1.64 MOA. Hornady 120 grain full bore. Didn't do good. 2.12 MOA. Overall, perfectly acceptable for deer hunting ranges. Out to say 200 yards. You're not missing dinner. Personally, I still want to run some Hornady 143 grain ELDX rounds through it. It's a fantastic hunting round, and if this rifle likes it, it could really shine. Anything under 140 grains for 6.5 Creedmoor in a hunting content is honestly a bit like bringing a butter knife to a steakhouse. Technically it works, but why? For hunting deer at 100 to 200 yards, this rifle is more than capable. If you're trying to tag something at like 400 yards plus, well, either start testing different ammo until you find the magic combo, or realistically step up to a rifle designed with more precision in mind. Budget Sportsters like this are meant to put meat in the freezer, not win long-range steel matches. Now let's move on to the action. First, it does not come with a rail. You've got a couple of, options for this part here. You can either get a Weaver style rail with matching rings. This particular rail isn't MDT. It's nothing fancy. I think I paid like $40 for it. Now the action. It's a 3-lug 60-degree throw, and it's actually surprisingly smooth. I cycled this thing all day at the range. I had 0 failures to feed, 0 failures to eject. You know what? It's not custom action smooth, but for this price, it's shockingly good. Now the magazine on this is just a polymer single stack 3-round mag. It goes in okay. I had no problems getting it in. I had no problems getting back out. It actually works really well for this price. Now the trigger is a single stage MOA trigger from Winchester. It's right around 4 pounds. There's no noticeable creep to it. This gun's unloaded. It's right there. It's responsive. It's not mushy or anything like that. It actually works. Now it is a 4-pound pull, and like I said, it's not adjustable, but you know what? I'm not too worried about adjusting this thing. You know, it's a hunting rifle. Personally, I'm not sitting behind this thing trying to ring steel at 1,000 yards. I'm in a blind probably with my coffee in hand, waiting for a buck to wander by. As long as there's no creep and it breaks consistently, 4-pound pull is just fine. Now let's talk about the stock, because this is where some people get picky. Some shooters complain about sharp edges on the grip area, you know, like right in here and a little bit back here. There is some sharp edges, especially when pinching it, you know, when they're shooting off the batch. Yeah, there's noticeable edges to this thing. It's not the most refined stock that you're going to find. But to tell you the truth, my hand's not going to be back here pinching the stock. My hand's going to be sitting up here when I'm sitting in a blind, or it's going to be sitting, you know, right on top of my scope because it's on a tripod. So I'm not going to really notice this. And this is not meant to be a beauty queen. Now it does have sling swivels on the bottom here. The stock's not pillar bedded. It's not really free floated. It does have like a recoil section in it, but that's about it. It's just your plain Jane, ordinary, get the job done, bag your deer, and then put it back in the gun safe until next year. Now, yes, you can buy like an aftermarket Boyd's or a custom stock for the XPR, but if you're spending that kind of money, you might just be better off, you know, like going out and buying a higher tier rifle to begin with. So final thoughts. The Winchester XPR is a solid, budget-friendly hunting rifle. It's not perfect. The stock feels cheap, the trigger isn't adjustable, but the action is smooth and the accuracy is perfectly usable. It's lightweight enough to carry it all day. If your budget is under, say, $800 Canadian and you want something reliable for deer season, this rifle deserves a serious look. Will it win a precision match? No. Will it fill your freezer? Very likely. And honestly, that's what matters. So there you have it, guys. There's my review of the Winchester XPR. If you want to see more budget-friendly rifle reviews, comparisons, and some range shenanigans, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to ring the bell. And as always, shoot safe, hunt smart, and we'll see you next time at Canadian Guns. Bye for now.